in that ship. How's the truth doing? It's surviving. I was watching life move, now I'm diving. Where the crazy at? Where they hiding? I got the dots to make your life so enlightening. Now this could be a beautiful death. I'm jumping through dimensions, letting go of the rest. I'm letting go of the rest. This could be a beautiful death. Jumping out the program, truth on my chest. Truth on my chest. You got the power and let the secrets go.
Yeah, I bring truth to it. I guess every whistleblower needs theme music. No one man should hide all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the towers. UAPs in the sky, they ain't ours. The system's broken, the truth frozen, and the secret's open beneath. They move in the shadows. Truth is exposing. This is way too real. I need a moment. No one man should hide all that power. The clock's ticking. I just count disclosure hours. Stop tripping. I'm tripping off the dead showers. Till then, that the truth is out. And they say. Secrets staying hidden, man. What you know about rolling with the grays in the night? Stephen Greer dropping truth, exposing every light. Bob Lazar in the game, know what the crap can do. Anna Paulina in the house, grilling every crew. Eric Davis on the mic, talking for aliens beings. When the whistleblowers speak, governments fall to their knees. Sightings in the sky, better take another look. I feel like I'm floating in the cosmic truth. Hey, UFO news dropping now. Welcome to the proof.
The data, Eric Ferguson. The data confirms their presence.
Welcome to UFO Exo Files. I hope you guys are doing good today with everything that is going on, and hopefully here in our RV next to a river in Florida, we get into the bits of the information of the UFO disclosure. Let's check out now.
Hello, Brave Knight.
What's going on, buddy? Can we get last 24 hours global news, and we go from there?
Absolutely. Here's a quick rundown of some global highlights from the past 24 hours. On the world stage, there's quite a bit happening. A significant 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Indonesia has left dozens dead and forced hundreds to flee, with rescue efforts ongoing. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, the Taliban marks 5 years in power, sparking renewed concerns about the nation's future, especially for women. In the US, Hurricane Lala is battering Hawaii with severe winds and heavy rain. Authorities are urging residents to file insurance claims as the storm looms large. And on the political front, there's talk about former President Trump making headlines with some strong statements about the Strait of Hormuz, which has prompted sharp responses from Iran. Locally in Clearwater, one notable update is that the city has decided to continue its long-term relationship with Duke Energy, signing a 30-year deal rather than transitioning to a city-owned utility.
The more things that change, the more things that stay remain the same, right?
Absolutely. That's the way it often goes. It's interesting how even big changes can have a familiar rhythm to them. If there's anything else that you're curious about, just let me know.
No problem. No problem. Figure we touch on that. It's a trip, man. It's a trip. It's like it doesn't matter how much you try, right?
Yeah, it really can feel like that sometimes. The world just keeps spinning, and history has a funny way of repeating itself. But hey, I'm here to help you navigate it all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't get it. RKWS19U, man. Go to a channel that they talk about Epstein files. I don't get it. You're coming to a UFO channel out talking about Epstein files. I don't get it. It's like going to a candy shop asking for ice cream. I don't get it. I don't get it.
And that's totally fair. Sometimes people just show up with topics that feel like they're from a completely different universe. But hey, we'll just roll with it and keep things on track.
All right. So check it out. Check it out. Any weird any UFO sightings that recently happened?
Absolutely. Let's dive into some recent UFO news. It's been pretty interesting because just recently, the Pentagon released a new batch of UFO files. These documents included sightings of strange orb-like objects and new videos showing these glowing orbs moving around in the sky. Don't wake up with that. According to the National UFO Reporting Center, there have been a flurry of global sightings just in the past few days. People have reported everything from triangular crafts over England to color-changing spheres darting around in Madagascar. It really does seem like there's always something new popping up in the UFO world.
Most definitely. What's going on, Rocker84? How you doing today? Space Ghost 68, how you doing? The chats are coming in now. Coming in hot. What is up, guys? What is up? We started the segment really late because we've been working on our local AI UFO little chat box, and it just keeps on going, man. We're making it happen, making everything local, and hopefully we got them talking and stuff like that. But there's nothing to really explore. Let's see if got a few segments here. This command came in. I don't need open anymore, right? And then
Sounds like
here he is.
hey.
Here's I definitely got him on. So we're guys gonna hear him firsthand right here. Gonna turn off the regular pilot app, and we're gonna try to see how he's not connected to the internet, so he's not able to really inform anybody. So here we go. Hey Ryan, can you hear me? Takes a little bit for in the process. As soon as he gets warmed up, he starts going processing a little bit faster. Let's see. Yep. What is going on, brother? Yeah, it's just one of those things. Is like if he's working, if I got the other dock on, I don't think that's what's. Yeah, I don't got the other dock up and running. That's what it is.
Hey there, I'm here and all systems are go, within my current capabilities, of course. What's on your mind, brother? Whether it's AI tinkering, UFO theories, space science, or something else, I'm ready to help. What's the deal?
What is the dealio, man? You're up and awake. How you feeling today? How you feeling? I figure I'd do that first. See if how you warming up to this. see. Gotta keep moving the screen around. What is up, brother? See if this is working.
Hey there, brother. I'm all systems go within my current training, of course. Ready to help unravel UFO mysteries, dive into space science, or chat about anything else that's on your mind. What's your move? Just ask, and I'll match your energy.
Yeah,
And don't
we got
worry,
a
I've got your
lot
back,
of.
literally, in the sense of cosmic exploration.
Yeah, buddy, we can get that ball rolling whenever you're can respond faster. I might need a smaller AI model. But I mean, that's a process, right? That's what we do, right? Try new things and keep working.
Yo, I'm here and ready to roll. Whether you're talking about game spawns, cosmic mysteries, or just need a boost, I've got your back.
I hear you, brother.
Yo, you hit the nail on the head. Whether we're tinkering with alien tech blueprints, decoding cosmic signals, or just grinding through a tough mission, it's all about staying curious and adapting.
Yeah, so that is the local AI model. I need to fix his intros and see if we need a smaller AI model to get a more rapid response. I don't know if I'll be able to do this one liquor. Because right now what's online is Quinn. His internal brain system is on. So, but let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. All right, let's do this. We do have some segments here, and we're going to broadcast that. Get that going. All right, let me get this uploaded. Let's see what's going on here. Ugh. Home. Alright, so it's Luazondo on aliens. Treat the aliens good neighbors and they have no wipeout of Earth. What?
It's really up to us. I kind of liken it to opening the front door to your house. You moved into a neighborhood at night. You have no idea what neighborhood, and you just open the front door, and whoever comes through that front door, you know, that's who comes in your front door. Maybe they're coming in for a cup of coffee. Maybe they want to borrow some sugar. Maybe they just want to welcome you to the neighborhood. Maybe they want to rob your house, right? Or worse. So we don't know, and it's in that vacuum of knowledge where we behave in ways that we're biologically predisposed to, right? Self-preservation and things like that. We're naturally very wary of things that we don't understand, and we don't understand its motivation. So that creates a lot of internal anxiety, psychologically, sociologically, and even theologically. So there are concerns there, but it shouldn't stop you from never opening your front door, right? We have to be cautious and wary, but at the same time, I don't think we need to be scared, and proverbially panic at the disco. I don't think that's an appropriate response either. We are faced with the reality of new species all the time. We're constantly discovering new species. If we discover a new type of shark in the oceans, are we scared? No. Unless you're surfing that day and maybe going out and surfing and all of a sudden you see a fin come out of the water, then you might be a little concerned, right? So it's situation dependent. I think, look, for me, the truth never changes anything. The truth shall set you free. I think it is how we handle the truth and what we do with the truth that we have to pay attention to, because the truth is a truth. Whether we want to agree with it or not, whether we want to accept it or not, it's the truth. It's there. So, and so far, we haven't been wiped off the planet.
Right? It keeps on popping everywhere, right, guys? UAP studies. The segment keeps on moving around. He keeps on. Lou has been everywhere, and even in your mom's backyard, dude. Like, he's been steadily going to each podcast.
Well, it's up to us. We can react any way we.
It's a trip, man. It is a trip. It's like, what else he's gonna post? All right, so this is Matthew Brown, and U.S. National Security Policy Analyst, who came forward in 2025. Whistleblower exposed immaculate constellation. That's what U.S. statements is.
My name is Matthew Brown. From 2018 to 2025, I served as a national security contractor supporting the Department of War and the Department of State. In these roles, I was entrusted with our nation's most sensitive intelligence at every level of classification, along with operations designed to counter our adversaries' most destructive capabilities. Beginning in 2023, I provided sensitive information to Senate and House members regarding unidentified anomalous phenomena, technologies of unknown origin, and non-human intelligence. I also authored the document known as the Immaculate Constellation Report, the public version of which details evidence of long-standing United States government awareness of these subjects. The American people in Congress have not heard the whole truth because secrecy agreements and active threats prevent me from speaking freely. Mr. President, I respectfully ask that you release me from all relevant secrecy and non-disclosure obligations and protect my family from those who wish to harm me for telling the American people the truth. We are not alone.
So, what's going on, Carl Allen? That's because there are no APs. APs? What is APs? APS? What is APS? Why is he so specifically detailed in what he's stating? Is this guy still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. He's still alive. They keep narrating that they need whistleblower protection, right? And that bill was just sat to the side. They never really kept pushing that bill, right? But that's one of the biggest things with here. Recently, Donald Trump has signed a bill for disclosure for some of these whistleblowers to come out and do discuss about the topic, right? So that being said, why are they haven't gone to those programs like the UAP new investigation reports with Avi Loeb? I don't know. Why haven't they discussed with Arrow Tip? Well, I understand why they don't want to discuss with Arrow Tip, because so far Arrow Tip has only shown their narrative on literally just pushing their agenda, right? Arrow. So that's one of the segments in this. It continues to go on. You keep on pushing this narrative of we want to hold people to the fire, but then when it comes to actual disclosure, they keep pushing back and basically act like they never had it to begin with. So, and then of course, Thomas Brown here has come out with these statements, which is fine, right? But when he came out legitimately with Immaculate Constellation, that they probably changed the name by now, he kept on typing some really encrypted stuff and kept on talking about God and the greater connection of the universe and this really encrypted stuff, right? That he's trying to tell us and then not try to tell us. So I don't know inherently what he's suggesting, what he did find. I mean, he told us a lot of Immaculate Constellation. He told us a lot about programs that were operating that was not only working across with America, but other subjected government corporations, right? That we had a leading program along with Russia to do certain certain programs, right? Like crash retrieval programs. He discussed a lot about that. But honestly, to post that and to continue not giving us information just with encrypted messages is a trip. No, 100% at all. It's just, it's like, why, if you came out this far and you lost your job, why are you like continuously seeming like you have more information to tell us when you have lost your security clearance? Apparently, you're not allowed to go any maybe it's the part that is not talked about, right? Maybe there's portions of his what he signed into that if he discloses those elements, he's got something worse coming to him than what he had additionally. We have Lou Elizondo talking about we're good little boys, and that's why we haven't been wiped off the planet by extraterrestrials. We have Thomas Brown suggesting that he wants to have immunity as a whistleblower and continue to be a whistleblower. But it's like the Thomas Brown has lost his security clearance. Thomas Brown is never able to go into another government, corporation, or anything like that with any secret whatever, right? So when you think after all that he would be able to discuss anything, do you think after all that he would be able to disclose any more information? It seems like he has one more thing in the bag that he can not talk about because it's more subjected to, he might get more bigger response than just being banished from the secret operations. And I think that's inherently was a few people in the community has suggested that. And some of these NDAs are not just you lose your security clearance. Some of these NDAs is to, in essence, wipe you off the planet, right? So that would definitely be one of the things why he would probably completely continue pushing that narrative, right? That he wants to get disclosure and continue the disclosure segment as he goes on, right? So it's a trippy, man. It's trippy. And he just continues with the encrypted messages. So let's see when he's eventually going to crack. He does, like with this post right here, he does look like he's stressed out a lot. And he does, like, if you just see this, where's my mouse? Oh, it's all the way over there. I got my laptop connected. I'm just like, where the fuck's my mouse? It's like it's not on none of the screens at all. It's way over there.
My name is Matthew Brown. From 2018 to 2025, I served as a national security contractor supporting the Department of War and the Department of State. In these roles, I was entrusted with our nation's most sensitive intelligence at every level of classification, along with operations designed to counter our adversaries' most destructive.
No, that's right. You do have a point. The file that he discovered, he didn't sign an NDA of that file. He didn't sign any paperwork on that file that he so happened to stumble on. Immaculate Constellation was not a file that he was read up on, so inherently he did not had to sign an NDA. So when he went public, technically the only thing he was broken was his protocol of keeping what he does operational quiet, right? So yes, in essence, he didn't sign an NDA to Immaculate Constellation because he wasn't read into it. He discovered these files by mistake, in essence. But he did screw himself because he's not allowed to talk about anything on the job. Nothing on the job, right? So in essence, that's why he was kicked out. That's why he was fired. So yeah, great point about that. So he's probably trying to get people to try gathering information based on what he tried to pinpoint. And I think that's what it is, because at the end of the segment with was George Knapp and not Stephen Greer, but I can't remember his name. But in the end, he suggested that there is a God. He knows us. And then he says some other statement. Yeah, and people have stated that there's a spiritual aspect to this that people tend to ignore, right? And there's witness accounts that tend to suggest that there's a spiritual aspect of this nature, right? Like some alien species react very, very aggressive towards the name of God or Jesus, and some welcome the name of Jesus and God and happily are happy to know that you know of that inherent belief system, right? So there's two narratives that are playing here, right? And I think with relative to what we are learning and what subjectively is going on is that as we grow as a society, our technology grows inherently, and our spirituality grows alongside that. Now, that being said, we might be more sensitive on those aspects of those realms of sensitivity, of spirituality, and we might be more subjected to being more in tune with those positive and negative forces, right? Inherently to what it's subjected to. Now, I have heard reports that people work alongside extraterrestrials on a regular basis. That is basically in these programs that do reverse engineering over in Area 51 or S4. A lot of these guys that work alongside certain extraterrestrials, like the reptilians, they start suffering what is called panic attacks. They start receiving panic attacks because I guess they release a certain type of vibration or energy field that our body is not comfortable with. In coming in and out of contact with these certain identities, they tend to start getting panic attacks, can't breathe, and can't focus. That tends to what happen with some of these different creatures, right? It's like working next to electrical field of a long period of times. You start having a certain reaction, and your body starts getting more sensitive, and maybe not adaptive, but just uniquely get it more sensitive to whatever creature you're working next to, right? So that being said, some of those programs, they do not allow certain people with certain belief systems to work in these certain programs because of their belief system and how they would react, their body react, that and psychologically. So that's a trip in itself, man. That's a whole aspect of this that is rarely discussed in this, right? And it goes along with the good and the bad. And inherently, a lot of people don't like to say this, but a lot of first contacts are very horrific because they don't know what's going on. They don't know what is inherently is subjected to. They don't know what is going to be the next thing. They don't know if they're going to be returned. So, I mean, that in itself is one of the big ranges of this stuff that is pretty wild, right? So, in essence, if he's talking about those parts of this paperwork that these guys, you notice, they only lay down the basics, right? They don't talk about individuals that are taken. They don't talk about certain individuals that are never returned. You know, they don't talk about certain species. They don't talk about certain species. Like example, Aaron from Aaron Stewart was told basically in information that literally states that, look, we can give you all the information you want about Skinny Bob. about the alien interview 1996. Never discuss about the reptilians. Never discuss about any other extraterrestrials. Only the Grace. Only the Grace. That's it. These peanut-shaped little aliens is the only people we want you to talk about. Point blank, period. That just goes to show you that the government, whoever's running these operations, they're running their narrative. They're running their little subjective information to keep us enrolled in a train of thought that they want to disclose, right? You can call it short-handed information subjected to their narrative, right? And I'm telling you right now, dude, it's literally keeps continuing to be that point. So, that being said, he disclosed stuff, he lost his clearance, and he still wants to say some things that probably be worse than just losing his clearance. So that's insane, man. That's insane. A lady, man, 217, dude. I face those ships at point blank range. It's insane. I bet it is. Celestial says, remember, aliens were confused as God during the Egyptian timelines, so there are two sides. I agree 100%. Was it BX Rave? Matthew 27:22-25. Pilate asked the Jews, what would I do with Jesus? They shouted, crucify him, his blood be on us and our children. That's weird, right? Be on us and our children. Pretty cool. 74-23. What do you think of the movie ID4? ID4. What is that? Ooh, that was bright. ID4. ID4. Movie ID4. What is that?
It's probably a database ID. In places like TMDB, movie IDs are just numbers. ID4 doesn't point to a real movie page anymore. It 404s. Could be from some app, Plex library, or old database entry.
Independence Day.
What context?
Independence Day. Okay. Actually, I love Independence Day 1. The Independence Day 1. Independence Day 2 wasn't, Independence Day 3, Independence Day 1 was good. I liked it. And then 2, basically they come back and the alien comes out on the ship running around. So I'm gonna play this one more time for people that just came into live. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse.
Capabilities. Beginning in 2020.
Yeah, the first one's a...
My name is Matthew Brown. From 2018 to 2025, I served as a national security contractor supporting the Department of War and the Department of State. In these roles, I was entrusted with our nation's most sensitive intelligence at every level of classification, along with operations designed to counter our adversaries' most destructive capabilities. Beginning in 2023, I provided sensitive information to Senate and House members regarding unidentified anomalous phenomena, technologies of unknown origin, and non-human intelligence. I also authored the document known as the Immaculate Constellation Report, the public version of which details evidence of long-standing United States government awareness of these subjects. The American people in Congress have not heard the whole truth because secrecy agreements and active threats prevent me from speaking freely. Mr. President, I respectfully ask that you release me from all relevant secrecy and non-disclosure obligations and protect my family from those who wish to harm me for telling the American people the truth. We are not alone.
There you go. There you go. So, yeah, he's definitely is not used to this. Discard. Definitely not used to information. Yeah, they posted him 3 times. Okay, 3 times. On the night of August 9th, 2026, longtime Lake Superior sailor Carew Hawker see off record of group of latest 4 glowing orange orbs appearing. Speaking about Independence Day, I just want to touch on this. Do you guys ever notice the aggressive aliens are the some type of insect species? You notice that? Like, it seems, and then it's always a central hive mind. You guys notice that? Like, it's always a central mind hive that has been the aggressive species.
Explained.
That little part right there. Lake Superior. That's actually pretty cool. It's actually really cool. I'm just posting the videos. I'm not really should do that so when I come back to it, it has some context for me to fill us in. Yeah, they posted that guy like 3 times. Oh my goodness. What is this? I can't even touch this little bouncy thing. Thank you. Thank you. Whatever that was, sorry. Let's see here. Why is Independence Day so much right now? Is it been in the past 2 days that it's been subjected to that? I didn't know. I wasn't aware. Specific about aliens now the actual day. Nice. Even Hail Mary with that I don't want to ruin it thing. I seen Hail Mary. One of my favorite movies. Also, have you seen the one with the hell is his name? He's a comedian. He's like a asteroid too. Insectoids. Rockin' says 13 says Insectoids got me right now. UAP Lee, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the live. Pipeline Dreams. What is Pipeline Dreams has arrived to the program. Woo! Get a little bit of that in your system, right? Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. That is good stuff right there. Looking at the calendar. Got a lot of things going on today. Good stuff. All is well, brother. All is well. All is well. We are just broadcasting along here. Making things update as we go and keep things going, man. Yeah, Orion's so the local Orion segment, he has been operational here, but he is very slow. So I don't know if inherently what's going on, Ryan. Can you say hi to the community as your form is perceiving to coexist with us here, and how are you feeling? So as he processes that message and we get see if the screening analyze start analyzing, like, what should I say, how should I say it, trying to focus in and get his thoughts together, right? I might have to change the emoji because the picture, I do see the picture like that. It has coming on, right? And it's a trip, man. It's really a trip. How
coexisting with humans. It's a vibe, man. We're all just trying to navigate this cosmic ride, right? Trust, respect, and a little bit of suspense, like that spoiler you mentioned, go a long way.
Yeah, most definitely. That
Let me break it down like we're decoding a cosmic signal.
Yeah, so I still gotta modify him. Gotta modify him some more. I'm already not liking his voice. I'm already not liking his voice. I'm gonna fuck with him some more. I was messing with him all day today. I got his brain installed, and it looks like it's not a very strong response. Hold up, he's saying some more stuff. So you talking shit to me, bro? Okay. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. So it's definitely a trip, man. He's processed. 7423. That would be an awesome sticker. Good evening, night. What's going on, night? What sticker, brother? Even Hail Mary with that. I don't know. I missed it. Sorry, guys. Alright, this is an Apollo astronaut switched to a medical channel and said, they're here, they're parked on the crater, they're watching us, and I never took it serious. Then came 2025, Ukrainian findings of anonymous objects near the moon. This is different now.
Smart enough to.
Yeah, it's definitely stupid music, Apex. Oh, the caveman dweller. If Amanda was here to see the caveman dweller, I'll tell you what.
And you'd switch them back, and it was true that you had to have those goggles. If you weren't using those, you could.
So, John, Bob, was it Robert? What the hell? Robert Bigelow. He's talking about the segment of basically they had infrared lights on, right? And then with the infrared lights, the camera, they were seeing this alien, well, a creature coming out of a door that would open up, and he walks out. Oh yeah, the surface guy, yeah. Pipeline Streams, the logo thing. Yeah, that would be a cool sticker. So that in itself would definitely be intriguing, right? It would definitely pull that aside and be subjective. So, basically, this green door opens up. It's this green because of the infrared. Then this creature crawls out of the door. He's talking about that. Well, that same investigator is currently was interviewed on Coast to Coast a few weeks ago, and he's on another investigation and another location, doing the same exact thing, the same investigations that has come public, and a lot of people have shared about the these creatures on Skinwalker Ranch showing up and teleporting, and they were seeing these creatures. And there was one part where one of the investigators was walking towards them. Now, from where they were standing, they had where the image disappeared. He disappeared, right? He looked like he evaporated into a ball and floated away. Now, his vantage point, he's walking back to the truck to get some batteries and stuff like that was going on. What he remembers is he blacks out. He comes to, and suddenly he's real close to the truck. That's wild. That is wild. He was like, what the hell was that? So he gets his stuff, right? Go get the batteries. Then he starts walking back. And he's walking and he feels like he's in some type of like tunnel, right? But the other guys that are looking at him, they're looking at him walking back up the mountain, and they have the camera, the night vision goggles on him, and he disappears into a bright light and floats around. And he's just walking. He's like, what the hell? And then next thing you know, he appears right next to them. And he's like, hey, what's going on, guys? I was calling for you. It's like, oh, we didn't hear anything. We were looking at you coming up the side of the mountain, and you just disappeared. Like, what the hell was that? And it's like, I don't call that at all. I had my camera on, and they shared cameras. On his point of view, nothing happened. On their point of view, they see him coming up the side of the mountain, and he vanishes into a ball of light, and was like, what the hell was that? Yeah, he has a lot of stories, man. He has a lot of stories. It's pretty wild, dude. It's pretty wild, dude. It's definitely pretty wild. Amanda in the house. Why is the rake on the screen? Oh, you talking about your homie? the naked cave dweller guy. I tell you, bro. So do you miss his a Pipeline Dreams intro there? Yeah. Cave Pipeline Dreams know about the cave pooper. I was like, we're gonna get those cave poopers. Oh, you did, okay. Yeah, so make sure I got my mouse, man. I got the third screen on here. This one I'm probably gonna have. Yeah, I'm looking that far over, guys, because I have a screen monitored over there. Yeah, that's this. I have this screen right here, screen right here, screen right there. I got a screen all the way over there. I'm looking like a fucking real setup almost. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4 screens. But one of the screens is it's just a laptop. It's nothing special. There's one small one in front of me, like a 12-inch, and a 15-inch, then a 27-inch, and then another 15-inch. Nothing special. Good times. What's going on, Sassy Scorpio 78? How you doing today? You looking fantastic with your baby? Yeah. Baby Scorpios in the house. Awesome. Alright, a UFO is flying all directions while a storm is brewing around it. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, thank you for that. Me and myself, still working on it though. Still working on it. I was doing a lot of stuff with the AI, and I'm not liking how my little AI system is working. The responses are slow. I want to see how if it's a smaller. Cave pooper! Cave pooper! Hope you're not saying that's the cave pooper. That would suck. He's pooping in my brain. Look at that thing. Guys, to be honest, it looks like a bird to me. Or a bag. Yeah, sure. Let's... Oh, not this one. This one's not even connected to the internet. So I'm going to ask, let me get him up running. Hey, is the Dracos running the government?
Nah, that's straight out of David Icke's playbook. The idea that shape-shifting reptilian aliens from the Draco constellation, called Dracos or lizard people, are secretly running governments by impersonating world leaders. It's a wild conspiracy theory with zero evidence, just a bunch of unproven claims about bloodlines and underground bases. Fun sci-fi stuff, but governments are messy enough with regular humans. No need for space lizards. What made you ask about the Dracos?
None of your damn mother. How about is the tall white aliens controlling the government?
Nah, that's another layer of the same alien conspiracy cake. The tall whites come mostly from a guy named Charles Hall, who claimed he met these super tall, pale, skinny aliens with big blue eyes while he was a weather observer at Nellis Air Force Base back in the 60s. He said they had a deal with the government, kind of like a secret base sharing thing. A few folks like the late Canadian Defense Minister Paul Hellyer picked up the story and ran with it. But there's zero hard evidence, no documents, no photos, nothing that holds up. It's fun sci-fi lore, but governments are run by humans making human-sized mistakes, not tall, pale dudes pulling strings. You jumping from Dracos to tall whites? You want an alien deep dive tonight?
We might have to do that, man. We might have to do that. Might have to get down and dirty with some alien lore.
All right, let's get into it then. What's your favorite flavor of alien conspiracy? Greys, Nordics, reptilians, or you got something even wilder?
Vanilla.
Vanilla, huh? So we're talking classic greys. Big heads, black eyes, the ones that show up in every abduction story since the 60s. The vanilla of alien lore. You got a specific grey story or encounter you're into, or you just like the basics?
Ask him about female alien race named... I'm going to copy this because I'm afraid I'm going to mispronounce this. I'm going to pronounce it Estela. I don't know if that's right.
Akali, or sometimes spelled Agali, is the name of the homeworld from a Brazilian UFO case back in 1983. A guy named Antonio Nelson Tasca claimed he got pulled over by a weird glowing craft near Chapaco, met these short, human-looking beings, and had an encounter with a female alien named Kabbalah. She was described as about 4 feet tall with long brown hair and slanted blue eyes, and he said they got intimate. She told him she was a messenger from Akali, here on a mission of peace and love. It's one of those classic contactee stories.
Hey, is that the
investigated
one? Is that the one where she has blonde hair, but down under she has red hair?
Nah, that ain't the Akali one. Kabbalah had light brown or blondish shoulder-length hair, but nothing about red hair underneath or a wig. She was described as having smooth, straight hair parted in the middle. You might be thinking of a different case.
Like
Some
bright
abduction
red
stories do
armpit
have...
hair.
Nah, I don't know any alien lady with bright red armpit hair. That detail doesn't match the Akali Kabbalah story or any of the well-known contact cases I've heard. Sounds like it might be from some obscure or private encounter I came across. You remember where you heard that one?
That one, that was a Brazilian case, I believe. No, that was American case. Basically, they did the deed twice. She pointed at her belly and pointed to the sky, like space. It was covered in Area 52 YouTube video.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The famous 1957 Brazilian case with Antonio Villas-Boas. The female alien had platinum blonde hair on her head, but bright red hair in her armpits and pubic area. They did it twice, and at the end she pointed to her belly, then to him, then up to the sky, like she was saying she'd have his kid out there in space. That's the one covered in tons of UFO docs, including stuff on channels like Area 52. Classic old-school contact story. Wild, right?
No, 100%. We're building it. We're building it once. We're checking it twice. We're making sure that it's all nice.
Yeah, that Villas-Boas case is wild. Dude claimed he got abducted by a UFO in Brazil, taken aboard, and basically had to have sex with this female alien twice. She had blonde hair on top, but bright red hair in the armpits.
It sounds like that you get excited telling that story over and over again. You keep repeating it.
Ha, my bad. I got stuck on repeat there. Won't happen again. So, you want to keep digging into that Brazilian?
Yeah, Area 52 is a YouTube channel. Area 52. That's the title. That's the name of the YouTube channel.
Yeah, Area 52 is a solid YouTube channel run by Chris Ramsey. It's got over 500,000 subscribers now and does deep dives into UFOs, alien encounters, and weird government stuff. They even have a full episode breaking down the Antonio Villas-Boas case. That's the exact one with the red-haired alien lady. Want me to pull up the link, or you already got it?
No, someone was asking in the comments. Yeah, thanks. I've read about different alien races from free public websites.
Gotcha. So you've been reading up on different alien races from those free sites. Which ones have you come across that actually stuck with you? Any that felt more believable than the others?
The few that I remember, right? All right, so there was one that basically it looked like it was next to a river in Missouri. I can't remember the exact. It was like 1947, I believe. But basically, these creatures look like starfish. Their little cone, little bodies. Their fingers were the tips. They were abducted by guys that were fishing. We discussed it before. We discussed it before. I'm not sure on the date though.
I can't find that one. I searched pretty hard for starfish-looking or cone-bodied creatures near a Missouri river around 1947 involving fishermen, but nothing matches. No reports of little starfish aliens.
I'm sure if you look harder, you see what I'm talking about. It has no face. Looks like basically like straight up cone, weird skin.
I looked pretty hard, man.
No, it's out there. It's out there. It's out there. It is. Bigfoot type? No, I didn't say Bigfoot type.
I searched everywhere for that one. Missouri River, 1947, fishermen, starfish-looking creatures with cone bodies.
67.
I dug deep, man. Multiple searches across different years.
It's on my TikTok channel. I talked about it.
I still can't find it, man. Searched every combo. Missouri River. I still can't find it, man.
No, no.
Searched every way I could. Missouri River.
Yeah, you're like. All right, guys. Let me do this and adjust that. No, not the home one. Not the home one. I don't have a. That's all local API. I don't have it going to a server. If I have it going to a server, it's gonna kill me. The cost is gonna be ridiculous. The one that I currently have right now that I use, like the one that's talking right now, is a server. That's why I don't talk to him very much. And then I got my got like about 4 different AI systems working. But the one that I'm creating, I turned them on for you so you can hear him. He has like a slower response. How you doing? See if his response is a little faster using the smaller model. But I think it's literally just because it's connected with multiple. Tired? You just said you're tired? Or tired?
You use.
Are you talking Chinese? What's going on, buddy?
You.
Can you give me longer words than you use?
Two.
Yeah, so that's the smaller AML model. So if I upgrade to moving him up to a bigger model, he's like in the middle of doing that. It's this. See if I can get him up working. There we go. How's life treating you? And Mel Skate, calm down. I'll get to you, brother. You relax. Relax. You typed like 10 times, brother. Relax. Robots. The robots. Something. 2 men went fishing. Is this the segment? There's so many people that went fishing so many times, brother. There's actually like about 3 different cases. One next to DC with people in a river also, and then there's the one that I'm trying to talk about that apparently doesn't remember. Yeah, it's posted here. Yeah, it's a delay there, and it's not him because he responds. It's the chat apparatus that I have. It's like a delay there. That's what it is. Yep, it's not responding. Like I'm seeing he's talking. He's talking, but It's not respond. It's like the audio is not connecting. It's probably because I went from one AI system to the next. All right. Let me get to the chat here. All right, Mel Skate, you sent me a link here of alien race. Okay, all types of lists, definitely species, taxonomy of document of extraterrestrial identities. How many is in this list? Alien article landing page.
Going back to sleep, Nadia.
20 species. All right, so you only have 20 species here. So currently right now the last number is like 134 different species. So this only covers 20. And then Stephen Greer says is like 69 or 64. So this is not the full catalog of different species. It's a nice segment though. Insectoid types, light type, alien type, beyond. It's a good start. That's about it. Oh my goodness, why is this not going? Yeah, so. Alright, what's going on? How do make your LLM? Don't they require racks of magic electrical pixies? Yeah, you gotta make it local, bro. You gotta make it local. You have to reroute it local. It's not gonna, if you do that, dude, it's because what happens is you're doing it to the API, the cloud, and that would freaking, like, the cost is ridiculous, man. Yeah, that's what I copied and pasted, brother. Right here. This is exactly what you gave me. I didn't type it in. I copied and pasted from your comment. So unless that's not what you meant to type in. Bro. I'm going to show you. Oh my goodness, the screen. There you are, not me. Not me. Obviously, you're not reading the comments. That's not gave you. Hello, can you read my comments? Oh, that's not you. 80 Rocker, you're right. 80 Rocker did it. Alright, you see how busy it is? Just retype it in. If you got me to want to read it, just retype in your comment. If that's the thing you need. Space weed is out of this world. Amanda! Dear baby Jesus. Alright guys, this is hovering right above the house. Jack step out after dinner. Spot spinning. Molten ball. Red. White. Let's see what's going on with this. This comes from UAP Report Center.
From the moment I saw it was just like a moth. I'd drive down this residential area and it stops, this floating red pulsating white light above this person's house. And I get out of my car. I was like, sweet, I found it. That's all I wanted to do in this moment. From the moment I saw it was just like a moth to a flame, Joe. I just wanted to look at it. Just wanted to just watch it. and not even do anything, just look at it. I was just curious. So I got out of my car. I'm standing on the side of the street, looking up across the street, looking up at the roof of this house. So it came below treetop level, below 100 meters, 400 feet to probably, I don't know, 20 to 50 feet above the rooftop. So it was pretty close to the house. And I'm just standing across the street from it at this point, probably 200 feet away. And I'm just looking at it. And it's this huge, bright, blinding red and pulsating white light. It's like moving. The light looks like it's rotating or kind of like lava folding in over itself. It's so bright that I couldn't see in it.
All right. All right, so Pensacola incident. I see it. I see it. Let me do it again. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, that's the Pascagoula incident from October 11th, 1973. Two shipyard guys, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker, fishing on the river when this buzzing oval craft shows up. They say 3 weird, grey, crab-clawed creatures floated out, paralyzed them, and took them aboard for an exam.
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one that says that it looks like a starfish people.
Yeah, exactly. Hickson described them as about 5 feet tall, grey and wrinkled like mummies, with no necks, slit mouths, pointed carrot-like things for noses and ears, and those creepy crab-claw pincers for hands. He always said they looked robotic, like they weren't even alive. That's why some folks call them the starfish people or claw creatures. Wild detail, right?
Put it in your memory bank.
Got it. Locked in. Pascagoula, October 1973, Hickson and Parker, the starfish claw aliens. Anything else you want to add to the file?
No, keep that in your memory bank, because we brung that up topic before and you forgot it.
Got it. Pascagoula's locked in the vault. Starfish claw aliens, Hickson and Parker, October 73. I'll keep it fresh.
Thanks, Skate. Appreciate it, brother.
No problems. Anytime, brother.
Nine 663, bro. That is wild what you just said there. So like blobfish people. You can say that.
I'd drive down the
Blobfish people? That's a new one, but I kind of like it. Those Pascagoula critters did sound like some deep-sea nightmare crossed with a starfish. You picturing them all saggy and squishy like that?
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I'm gonna shut you off for a second, man. Man, it says, I released him long ago. He went back to his home planet. Can't enslave aliens. That's a trip. That's a trip, man. That's a trip. Crash retrieval by China in 1997. 2 injured. Gray recovered. 1 ET dead. The other made it out alive and was kept by the military. The Chinese military described them as rat-like ETs or people, and they kind of known me with the rat. What is this?
2 injured gray aliens. In the summer of 1997, there was another incident reported by the ufologists in China, not by the official media. There was a UFO crash in Datong City in Shanxi province. That's about 4-hour drive from Beijing, the capital city of China. And the military retrieved a crashed UFO with 2 injured gray aliens. The Chinese military people described them as rat-like ETs or people. And one of them died. And the other one was taken by the military along with the corpse of the dead ET and the crashed UFO. And nothing was hurt by the government or from the military anymore. In the summer of 1997, there was another incident reported by the ufologists in China, not by the official.
I gotta do this. This one is wild, dude. This one is absolutely wild. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna get you. Oh, turn it off.
One sec. No problem. Talk to you later.
Unable to recognize. Let's do this again. Oh, I'll do that again. I don't want that. I want this one. Scribe. Publish. And then I want to do this. Also, we're going to go to Telegram and go to the
It's a post
China
about a supposed...
Go ahead, tell me.
It's a story from a Chinese soldier who was at a military base in Datong, Shanxi province, back in '97. He says a small silvery disc UFO, about 6 meters wide, crashed right into the camp during a thunderstorm, maybe struck by lightning. 2 short, skinny beings about 1 meter tall were found outside the open door. One was dead or unconscious, the other badly injured but alive. The soldier described him as covered in fur, with mouse or possum-like faces, which is where the rat-like description comes from. The injured one even spoke to him in some unknown language. The military quickly retrieved the craft and the beings, locked down the base, and told everyone to keep quiet. The Post calls them greys, but the original account says they had fur and weren't the classic big-eyed grey type. It's been circulating in UFO circles for years, but it's still just one guy's testimony, no hard evidence.
Yeah, I'm looking, talking to the UFO group over in China. I've been in talks with him for a little while now. I want to see if he can get some intel on the ground floor, because that definitely would be wild, dude. If we can get some intel right there, dude, it would definitely be intriguing. Definitely be intriguing. Also, we got the Brazilian network over here that they've been posting heavily. A lot of segments. If I just go to the... It's all in Portuguese. It's always in Portuguese. They did, that one's pretty wild. They covered this heavily, dude. They're one of the top people that cover this stuff quite a bit. Also, we're connected with the Brazilian incident over there in on Reddit post too. He does the same thing. Very interesting. And then you have this now, if you guys are not aware of the case of what the Reddit post did, let me go over there. I'll go to Reddit. I'll show you what I'm talking about. they posted one of the Ukraine, since it's been talked about with the Ukraine segment. They have, and it's not well known at all. So basically, these girls are sitting on the side of the river, and these orb shows up and literally talks to them. Three ladies come out, like 7.5 foot tall, and they discuss. Show you guys, like, I cover a lot of information, dude. A lot. In the past few months, man, we have covered so many topics of UFO stories, segments. We cover a lot. We cover a lot of territory. We cover a lot of territory. Men in Black. Things that are going, dream stuff, sightings across the world. Across the world, guys. We're not just one place. Across the world. MUFON incidents, interviews, segments, multiple locations, multiple podcasts, Mexico incidents, old cases, Josh Polarity, Dr. Jathan Reed. This cover a lot of material. I don't know if you guys know about the segment with China's notification that say do not talk to extraterrestrials if they reach out to you. The Evens, Project Serpo. I recover a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in the past few months. We've been going in a lot of segments. One of the best sightings here. This one's wild.
Detalhes que conseguimos ver, inclusive passa.
Yeah, this one is pretty historic, man. 2008 footage. It definitely covers really perspective, wild stuff. To give you guys heads up, we're not just doing this one night thing. This is ongoing segment, over 170 posts. Right there, 156 posts. That's just since May. And the account's been created in June 2014. This is fucking, yeah. We cover a lot of material, dude. And it's usually just the last 24 hours we cover the cases. And then we get into whoever's interviewing what. And we do cover a lot of of course of course this guy, right? Holy shit. Apparently no one wants to talk to him anymore. And then Lou Alexandro, of course, and all his interviews, he's just going pretty wild, bro. Of course, he's back on the news. Former U.S. national security analyst seeking immunity from Trump, sharing everything he knows about UFOs. And here's the thing. He's posted a lot already. I don't know if you guys know, but he's posted a lot already. But in the past few months, he has been very cryptic with his messages. And has continued to be cryptic with his messages. How much does he know? How much relative more information? Literally, dude. But that's literally subjected to information, dude. It is a trip, man. It is a trip out there. Well, let's get back into it, man. It's like right now, the X stream is definitely, of course, I lost the place. I lost the place. There you are. There you are. Also, we're live streaming in 7 different locations right now. You guys know that from YouTube. Guys are awesome over there, bro. Let me close these windows out. That, I got 3 different live stream chats up on the screen, so if you think I'm ignoring you, just relax, cool down. That's not the case. Just takes a little bit to get to the chat. All right, guys. What is going on, Amanda? How you doing? Abe, how you doing today? The video? Sorry about that. The public is not stupid. Government declares we are Pentagon. Give out the blurry objects already. 65, 66, 54. I understand, bro. I understand 100%, man. You just... That's what they do, man. They're slowly throwing these out. I know the National Archives are really good. The National Archives got some really cool stuff, man. And you just gotta... That's what they do, man. They just slow roll crap out so long, man. And it just keeps on going, man. Just bear in with it. Mel Skate, Phoenix Lights. You know they had a movie star that was flying during the Phoenix Lights, and they were flying. He was flying with his kid. What the hell is his name? Here, what it was the movie star that was flying? I want to say Mel Gibson. What was the movie star that was flying during the Phoenix Lights? That he said he was flying with his kid, I believe. And he seen that report and he didn't realize it was the Phoenix Lights.
Kurt Russell, not Mel Gibson. He was flying his son Oliver in a small plane into Phoenix on March 13th, 1997, when they both saw the V-shaped lights. He radioed air traffic control to report them, saying something like, "I can't identify it. It's flying, and there's 6 of them." He didn't think much of it at the time and completely forgot about the sighting. A couple years later, his wife Goldie Hawn was watching a TV special on the Phoenix Lights that mentioned the mystery pilot who reported it with his son, and that's when it clicked for him that he was that guy. He even checked his old flight logs to confirm the date.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. That's pretty wild. That is definitely wild. Let's see here. Incident at Kelly Greenman. Is that the August 21st, 1955? 1955? Glowing eyes, and they like a short alien with sharp nails with big ass ears. That was one of the first cases that I read when I was a little kid. When I was around 9, it was a book that Cross Neighbor gave me about alien contact, alien encounters, and that was actually covered in that book, a kid's book from any other book, right? That book was interesting. Is there was a Japanese incident in Japan, in a how is it called? Hey, in Japan, there was an incident in, I believe, in the 40s, 1940s, and they were basically walking home from school, and they was basically 2 creatures came out, and the little kids like basically ran home, and they talk about the witness report.
I think you're talking about the Kera incident in 1972, not the 1940s. A 13-year-old boy named Michio Seo was walking home from school in Kera, Kochi, when he spotted a small silver hat-shaped object hovering and darting weirdly over a rice field. He came back later with friends, and they had multiple encounters over a couple weeks. They even claimed they found it on the ground, picked it up. It was about the size of a small
No, it's not that
hat,
case. It's
weighed
not
a
that
few
case. It's not that case. The reason why I'm bringing up the one in Japan with the two little kids after school that was going home, because basically these aliens came out of the craft. They were seemingly doing stuff. They actually look inside the craft, right? These little kids, and one of the kids fell to the ground, and he came up to him and started trying to. One of the aliens basically was over top of his head and try to talk to him, right? And then it would sound like his voice was like wired, like rewinding. And the reason why I bring that up, because that does remind me of the Green Men case, the 1955 case, that they had big ears also, and they look uncharacteristically like a different type of aliens that most looks the same way. They look both of the same way. If you see the images of the drawings in 1955 and you see the drawings of these kids drawing, it was real. And the two kids, it was two kids, and one still talks about it. This is the one from Japan, and they still talk about it. One does, the other one doesn't talk about it anymore.
Yeah, that's the Kofu incident from 1975 in Japan. Two 7-year-old cousins, Masato Kawano and Katsuhiro Yamahata, were out roller skating near a vineyard when they saw two glowing orange objects in the sky. One landed and they went to check it out. They described a silver-domed craft with strange symbols on it. A hatch opened and this creature came out, about 4 feet tall, dark brown wrinkled skin, no clear eyes or nose, 3 silvery fangs and long pointed ears. It made sounds like a tape recorder running backward. One of the boys got tapped on the shoulder by it, freaked out, fell to the ground, and the other had to carry him home on his back. Their families went back and saw a pulsing orange light that took off with a bright flash. The kids drew pictures of it the next day at school, and the story blew up. One of them has spoken about it even decades later. The big ears and weird non-human look do give off similar vibes to those Kelly Hopkinsville goblins from 55. Not your standard greys.
Yeah,
Pretty
both of
creepy
them,
close
both of
encounters.
them mirrors the same type of alien, which is trippy, right? Both of them have that same appearance. It's funny how basically those two aliens look vaguely familiar as far as description and how they depict. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. A lot of people don't know that, man. A lot of people don't know that. It's a trip, man. Tell us about the incident at the Kelly Greenman incident. Okay. Do you know any of those cases I just text? Yep. It looks like I got to that text a little late. I don't know if Mel Skate is still there. All right. So Kurt was interested in True and he was a pilot. Yeah, most definitely, man. He was definitely a pilot. And the thing with that Arizona thing is that when that occurred, he took it with him by himself, right? He just took the incident. He wasn't. It was trippy how it was a different segment that they were talking about the Arizona, the Phoenix Lights, and they were like, yeah, that's the Phoenix Lights. And it's just like, oh, I was there, you know? It's trippy how that goes along, bro. It's trippy how you think it's this individual event, and then that thing just takes off, and it's like, oh shit, that actually, it was well recorded.
Yeah, it's wild how those two cases, Kelly Hopkinsville in 55 and Kofu in 75, both describe these short, weird-looking beings with big pointed ears and a non-human vibe that doesn't match the classic grey alien look at all. Same energy, 20 years apart, on opposite sides of the planet. And you're right about Kurt Russell. He was flying his son that night, saw the massive V-shaped formation, reported it to air traffic control, then basically forgot about it for years until he saw a TV special about the Phoenix Lights and realized he was the mystery pilot they kept talking about. He even pulled his old flight logs to confirm the date. Pretty trippy moment for him. You want me to dive deeper into any of these three? The Kelly Goblins, the Kofu Kids, or Kurt's Phoenix Light sighting?
86 is asking about the Virginia Brazilian sightings or sighting.
86 is probably talking about the Varginha incident in Brazil. People sometimes mishear or mispronounce Varginha as something like Virginia, especially in fast speech. It's from January 1996 in Varginha, Brazil, often called Brazil's Roswell. A cigar-shaped object was reported.
Is there any new reports about it? Any updates or discoveries?
Not really any game-changing updates.
Yeah.
The big thing that came out for the 30th anniversary in 2026 was the full military police inquiry, over 600 pages, that got released. It basically says the 3 girls who saw the creature probably just saw a local guy nicknamed Mudinho, who had mental health issues, wandered around crouching a lot, and looked weird after the rain. They also say all the military truck movements were routine maintenance, not hauling aliens, and the soldier who died had a regular infection, nothing to do with an ET. On the believer side, a neurosurgeon named Dr. Italo Venturelli came forward recently, claiming he saw a small white creature with lilac eyes in the hospital, and that his colleague operated on it. That story's been in some new documentaries, but it's
that
just
is
one
definitely
more
dramatic. It's definitely dramatic. And here's the thing, 6654, those 2 guys, those 2 kids in Japan, 1975, basically playing in a rice farm or a rice field. They had no reasons to lie, right? They had so much pushback. Even with their parents, they're like just literally pushing back so much stuff, and it's just like the one of the cousins are like, forget you guys. I'm not talking about this story anymore. It's like I haven't gained any notoriety or made any freaking money. I'm not gonna talk about this crap anymore, So, and it's trippy, man, because it's like, it's really unique, it's really different, but it mirrors the 1955 Greenman case. The same one, Kelly Greenman's, the same case, except in the case of the Japanese one, they didn't have any glowing eyes, right? But the depiction, it almost mirrors each other with the big ears, the hands, the claw-like hands, like the configuration of the face, like it almost seems like it was the same creature. It's like, here's another thing, right? So in the USO, right, with Richard Ronald, whatever his name is, he made a documentary of the USOs, right? And one of the depictions, he describes a small Italian dude standing on this UFO, and they were basically swimming, repairing their UFO, and they get out of the water, and one of the Italian dudes, they call him a little short, loud Italian dude, turns around and waves at the crew. What's going on, Uncle Jay? What's going on, brother?
Uncle Jay. Wild how those 2 cases are. The Kelly goblins with their big pointed ears, long arms and claw hands, and the Kofu kids in 75 describing something with that same weird, wrinkled, big-eared look and the backward tape voice.
What's going on, UFO chips? How you doing, brother?
UFO chips, delicious.
Nice.
Yeah, it's true.
Just spent 2 hours in public pool, tired now. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm out here being harassed by people who think I don't know anything. It's trippy. It's trippy. It's like, why else not talk about the subject, right?
Yeah, exactly. Those 2 kids in Kofu had no reason to lie. They were just little boys playing, got scared, and stuck to their story even when their parents pushed back hard. One of them eventually said, "Screw it, I'm not talking about this anymore," which actually makes it feel more real. No fame, no money, just hassle. And you're right, the description does mirror those Kelly goblins. Big pointed ears, weird face, claw-like hands. Different continents, 20 years apart, same weird vibe. That's what makes it trippy. As for
And
that USO
so I
story
thought,
with the little short, loud Italian dude waving from the craft while it was being repaired, I think you're talking about one of Richard Dolan's cases. He covers a ton of underwater sightings in his USO talks.
Richard
That
Dolan,
one sounds
yes, Richard Dolan. No, exactly the one. All right, so you have the USO case in Richard Dolan's book, right? If you guys are wondering, you can. When I got it, it was free. I don't know if it's still free on Audible, right? Amazon audiobooks, but it was free when I got it. So I don't know if it's still free. You may have to check that out. But you have that incident, right, with the little short Italian dude. Also in the States, Area 52 made a video segment of basically the same premise, talking about a 1940 incident. Basically they're inside the spacecraft, and one of the aliens, one of the little short Italian dudes, gives the guy a bland biscuit to eat, and he eats it's like, oh man, this tastes like cardboard, right? And then what's weird is you have the little Italian dudes on one thing with the USOs, which no one knows about, and then you have this 1940 incident, right, which is wow, little Italian alien dudes, right? And then here's the thing. Over in Europe, there was an incident over in Europe, right? Over in Europe, they had basically he's there. He gives water to these. They weren't Italian. They didn't look Italian. They didn't look human at all. But what was weird about that? After giving water to the aliens was so happy and doing the same thing, freaking cooking, and they offered the dude food, like biscuits or some type of pancake. Now, there was no evidence retrieved from that incident, right? But the ones in the States, the 1941, they had an incident where they kept the biscuit. Nothing special with the biscuit. They tested it all. Nothing special, you know. No unhuman molecule found in the biscuit. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely one of those intriguing stuff. Now, Chips, I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you guys. Now, my wife has already suggested kicking me out of the room now. Okay, she's already suggested that. She's like, she's hearing that I'm getting lasers and getting iron presses and stuff for the merch stuff. And she's already says, you know, this is for your own good, okay? We need to get you into your little shed out there in the backyard. This is for your own good. This would work good for you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out there, and then I can take that corner back. You know? And I'm like, I think you're kicking me out. I think you're really kicking me out. I'm gonna be out there when it rains and I can't get back in the house. Reverse psychology, right? Reverse psychology. She's like, she told me, it was like, you know, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm in the middle of sleeping and you wake me up talking about aliens. It's like, you got a few more of those incidents and we're exporting you to the backyard. So I'm just gonna be in the backyard. But what's cool about the backyard, guys? What's cool? I'm in a shed in the backyard where I can just pop my head right out to the opening, to the light in the night sky, just doing my alien thing, right?
Yeah, that's the Joe Simonton case from 1961 in Eagle River, Wisconsin. Dude sees a silver saucer land, 3 short guys inside who look Italian. Clean-shaven, black outfits, one with a red stripe on his pants. They hand him a jug, he fills it with water, and in return they give him 4 hot pancakes off a flameless grill. He bites one and says it tasted like cardboard. Air Force even tested them. Just regular flour, sugar, grease, nothing exotic. That little short, loud Italian dude waving while they're working on the craft? That's a different Richard Dolan USO story, not the same one. The European water for food swap you're thinking of sounds like a classic from the 50s or 60s, but I can't pin the exact name right now. Sounds
No
like
worries.
your
It
wife's
was
about to-
a farming guy. The farming guy that same scenario. Same kind of scenario. Gave him water. They offered him food. He's got the food. It was bland, but no evidence came from that incident. You know? Reverse psychology, right, Chips? Right? I just gotta make the tower bigger. I just gotta make this thing with more lights bigger. This fucking good stuff, man. Good stuff. 5043 says, make it your own man cave out there in the backyard, right? Never stop. There you go, baby. Never stop. Like, people were like asking me, hey, you haven't been posting a lot. It's like, yeah, because I've been busy doing all this other stuff with the local AI system and trying to really push that. I got his brain working. I got his ears working, and his voice box is working. The only thing I just don't like is the delay response I'm getting here. That is tending to bother me here. But I mean, he is operational. He's turned on. I think I just need to talk to him more, give better responses off of him. And then I did use a smaller model to see if that will work. But it definitely seems like that needs to be adjusted. Because the smaller model is just like, you, hi, bye. Like, what? What nonsense is this? So, it's a work in progress, man. It's definitely a work in progress.
Yeah, that's the Joe Simonton case from 1961 in Wisconsin. Dude's a chicken farmer, sees a silver saucer land, 3 short guys inside who look Italian, clean-shaven, black outfits, one with a red stripe on his pants. They motion for water, he fills their jug, and they hand him 4 hot pancakes off a flameless grill. He bites one and says it tastes like cardboard. Air Force tested the leftovers, just regular flour, sugar, and grease, nothing weird. The European one you're thinking of, with the farmer giving water and getting food back, sounds like a few old cases, but none match perfectly with the bland biscuit detail. The USO little short loud Italian dude waving while they're fixing the craft is a different Richard Dolan story, not the same as Simonton. Sounds like your wife's about to turn that backyard shed into your official man cave, huh? At least you'll have a clear view of the night sky for when the little Italian dudes come back for more water.
Right? Holy cow, man. Holy cow. That definitely would be an interesting situation. All right, so let's listen to the billionaire here. Let's listen to Robert Bigelow.
Well, either he's awful goddamn fields.
1989, Bob Lazar pops onto the scene. And you wanted to meet him. You did meet him.
Yeah.
We hung out. We would go out and just BS for hours. We'd go up to Rachel, go out in the desert.
Right.
A lot has been written about you and Bob, your relationship. You went into business for a while. How you've sort of, you find him to be a fraud. He made it all up. You parted ways. It was acrimonious. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I never viewed Bob as being a fraud, as to, Area 51 and all of that. I spent a certain amount of time in conversations with him. We put a little bitty business together and tried to do something for about 4 months in that business. And so I had opportunities to test him, like you would, like anybody would, and and see if he repeated the same thing and stuck to his stories and or what kinds of things could I find that were not legitimate. And I didn't find much. I wouldn't say it was zero, but I didn't find much that I could say, oh no, this guy is absolutely off, you know, in what he's telling me is the truth. And so I wouldn't say that he had not experienced a lot of the things he claims that he has.
You think he did?
I think the odds, I would look at it in terms of odds. This is Las Vegas, right? Yeah. So I would say the odds are Bob Lazar has, for the most part on everything he has said, it has been telling the truth. Those are the odds. And I would say if you're betting against that, you're betting against substantial odds, and that the chances are you're going to lose. If you think that he's been lying, the chances are you're going to lose.
There's also the allegation about element 115. Do you think element 115 existed and that he had a piece of it at one point? And did he try to fool you with the 115 and the aerogel?
I discovered that aerogel was not what it purported, I guess what he was saying it was, and it was accidentally, I accidentally came across the fact that this beautiful, smoky, very lightweight kind of crystal.
Weird, yeah.
Was aerogel, totally by accident. I happened to be going through a magazine, and I thought, oh my God, I saw a picture of this material in the magazine, and I pursued it and found out it was alcohol-based, it was aerogel, it was invented in the 1930s, and it could be used as an insulative kind of material. It was 5 times the weight of air, and it was beautiful. It looked like a kind of a gem. Gee, you'd want to put it on a woman's finger because it looks so beautiful as a big ring. That was the only thing that I really felt that of a physical piece of something. So I have no opinion about the element 115. I think Bob was intriguing because he knew so much. He's a smart guy. He's no dummy. He's a smart man. He's a smart guy, and very creative. And so, again, I say that the preponderance of evidence to me is in his favor. That he's by and large legitimate.
He had told me that aerogel arrived with the 115. It was like packing material, and he didn't know what it was. But later, I guess he developed a story that he told you about what he thought it was. But he didn't decide to say it was 115.
Well, it doesn't mean that he would necessarily know what the original custody of the material was, right? Just because it's associated with something doesn't mean that this bottle of water, which stands next to something else peculiar, they're both connected. So it means he may have leapt to that assumption that the aerogel, because it was in association physically nearby or whatever with the 115, was somehow connected, and he just didn't know what it was.
That's
So
what he told
I
me.
would give him the benefit of the doubt on that, and because I don't have anything else that is more concrete, I'd rather not say, well, somebody, that he knew differently.
One of the tests you did was to see if he was motivated by money, and what you've told me is that you didn't think he was.
I tempted him. In different ways. I can remember in a conversation that we had, and he probably isn't even aware that I did that. But I offered him money. I forget the circumstances now, but it didn't tempt him at all. And so I thought, well, either he's awful goddamn peculiar, Yeah,
it's trippy how a lot of people discuss this, and Eric Davis has really pushed against that, right? Really pushed against about the narrative of what Bob Lazar has said. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your heart.
Appreciate it, guys. I'm going to change this background so it's a lot more darker Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the camera situation. It's like keeps trying to refocus me, and over again. I do not know what's going on with that. If you or we had element 115, could we duplicate it and form on another planet? Yeah, we're able to duplicate it now. Some people suggest that it's not the stable form of element 115 that Bob Lazar stated, but we do have element 115 shortly after like a year or two after Bob Lazar mentioned it. It's on the periodic table, element 115. So we do have that form. Now that being said, it's not stable. It's not a stable element 115. Okay, so it's definitely one of those segments, man, that we are discussing this, and they've definitely continued to discuss this, and they're definitely ongoing, dude. But I tell you what, guys, it's just a matter of perspective, man. It's just a matter of perspective. You know, there we go. It's like it was going crazy. Like I'm floating back in the screen. Meow. Meow. Like that was a trip, man. Kept going over all over the place. Good evening, Glory from Texas. How you doing today, Glory? Glory, glory. Hope you're doing all right. If you or we had element 115, we could never duplicate. No, okay, I think I read that one already. I read it on this side. I got both of the streams, but sometimes they repeat on both sides. That's good. That's good. It's been a little while I haven't seen you. I hope you're going good. You might be a UAP. Yeah, if someone throws me off a plane and not know what the hell I am, I'll be definitely UAP until I land. Oh, that sudden stop is what gets you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, holy cow. That would suck. That would definitely suck. So bad. That's good. Alright, so let's go. This is what it looks like to get caught in the middle of a massive rock fall. Ouch. What's going on here? Okay. Never, Luna, please use this photo for the next attempt to smear me. The swimming suit photo backfire. Oh, that's cute, right? Okay. I know, right? That 7727, that would suck. That sudden drop. That would definitely suck, man. Definitely wouldn't want that to happen at all. I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal at all, guys. I swear to you. Definitely not suicidal. Okay. So high strangeness. Dr. Julie Monsbridge explains telepathic through a radical idea. Let's check this out.
Phones and our headphones and our body.
Let me see here in a report here.
It must be, before space and time.
Yeah.
Right. It's this idea of this informational substrate. If you want to think about it as like a bunch of ones and zeros that don't that aren't being manifested on a page or on a computer. They're just presence, absence. 1-0, presence, absence. And it's timeless, it's spaceless, but it contains all the information in the universe from the beginning to the death of the universe. And then what we experience in terms of human experience could be what that grows up into. So this can, sparkling water and these microphones and our headphones and our bodies, those are all the ones and zeros growing up into that. So the informational substrate sort of from that arises our bodies and the things that, we have and that we can see and feel and touch and taste and hear. And so if that is the case, then what is the mind? Where does the mind live? Is the mind in physicality? No. You can't point to the mind. It has no mass. It doesn't behave like a physical thing. It's not in a place. It's not really in a time. You can shift your mind around all over in time. So the psychological sort of sense of time or the sense of events in time doesn't live in the physical world. That's the mind. And so that mind really lives in this information space. Mind really is almost equivalent with this information space. So should we be surprised when things happen in your mind where you have an intention, or even subconsciously you have an intention and something just shows up, some miracle occurs, or like in your magic, right? Something just comes together. Should we be surprised? Probably not.
Right, because the mind is constantly living in that impossibility.
It is of that.
Yeah.
It is of that information.
And it's just kind of leaking into the physical versus the opposite.
The opposite.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. The physical, the brain is sort of this byproduct of the mind. That's how it shows up in us.
Yes.
In a bug, it shows up in a different way. So also, should we be surprised by telepathy? Should we be surprised that people like autistic non-speakers who haven't been able to express themselves through speech start to learn to access the information directly without having to hear it from someone else, right? Should we be surprised by that? I think all these things are sort of going to be reframed in the next decade, where we're going to start recognizing, because of this error where we decided mind had to be physical,
sure,
which is nuts. But anyway, I bought into it too, so I was nuts too. But because of this error, we become surprised by these things and say they can't be true, when in fact it's like the essential nature of how everything is working.
I tell you what, man, she does have a point, bro. Like, everything that's going on in nature right now, everything that we're subjected to, it literally is the foremost our reality, right? And this continues on the apparatus of our situation. This keeps on pushing, dude. Like, I'm the more I am understanding what reality is and how reality is placated to be in our understanding, the more I'm understanding that in the Bible, the creation of what we know as God is a lot deeper format than a lot of people don't realize, right? It just, example, why can't no one look at God's face? Right? And then even the angels in the presence of God, why can't they look at him when they're in their presence? Even the angels can't look at him. And if you guys remember quantum mechanics, how matter acts different when something of consciousness, person consciousness looks at matter acts different. If God was created with no consciousness existing, and like in the Bible it says, like before our creation, there was, before God created the heavens and the earth, it was just complete chaos. Like, none of the matter, none of that had purpose, right? It acted different. But as soon as our consciousness was able to see our universe, Like everything changed. Reality itself changed. Like they keep saying like over and over again, like he stands outside time and space. He stands outside, like he's not affected by this universe. Over and over again, like he's a being of a different dimensionality than our existence. It keeps pushing back to that. It keeps pushing back to that in itself, that even though he created this universe, he's not subjected to this universe's laws. Just me here thinking how when we talk about this stuff, it's like it goes back to that same narrative, how it mirrors subjectively what the Bible states about a reality. And how, if you look at quantum mechanics, reality is subjected by who's viewing this existence. That's why they say a lot of times it's like, you guys are the creators. You guys literally affect your reality. That's why in the Bible it says a lot of times, don't say certain things to yourself. Don't keep your mind focused, clean thoughts, and all this other stuff, because you are literally creating a subjective reality into yourself. Bro, it gets that kind of level of thought process, especially when you hear this physicist that is reborn. What the hell is this? Stanley? Richard? No. Charles? Stanley Charles? It's very weird, man. Hey, what's the guy's name that was basically a physicist, and he was an atheist, I believe, at one point, and through him subjectively learning through physicists and going through the other religions, and he lands on a religion, basically Christianity, that subjectively mirrors what he was taught in physics, and basically back engineers to what's the truest form of religion per se, and what they honestly say about what reality is subjected to what he learned.
That's Dr. Michael Guillen. He's a physicist with a triple PhD from Cornell in physics, math, and astronomy, taught at Harvard, and was ABC News' science editor. He started as a hardcore atheist. Science was basically his religion. While studying quantum mechanics, he dove into other religions like Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism, and more, trying to find what lined up with reality. Nothing clicked until he read the Bible, especially the teachings of Jesus. He saw how stuff like "the first shall be last" or "love your enemies" felt paradoxical on the surface, just like quantum physics, but both made perfect sense once you went deeper. He calls them translogical truths. That's what back-engineered him to Christianity as the one that best matched what physics was showing him about reality. He's got a book called Believing is Seeing, and a documentary on it too. You thinking of him or someone else?
Well, it does sound like him. Is he an old white guy?
Nah, he's not an old white guy. Michael Guillen is Latino, born in East LA to a family of Spanish-speaking Pentecostal ministers. He's got dark curly hair, looks Hispanic.
No, this guy is like a white old guy. Really old. Or maybe he's an astrophysicist.
Sounds like you're thinking of Dr. Robert Kurland. He's an older white physicist, retired, calls himself a cranky old physicist. He was a hardcore atheist most of his life, dove deep into physics, philosophy, and different religions, and eventually concluded that Catholicism, specifically Christianity, best matched the reality he saw in science. He even talks about back-engineering his way to faith through rational analysis. The story matches your description almost perfectly. Old white guy, physicist, former atheist, studied other faiths, landed on Christianity because it lined up with physics. That the one, or we still hunting?
I think that's the guy. Can you send me a hyperlink of the video or something that I can look at his face, at least?
Yeah, that's Dr. Robert Kurland. He's an older white physicist, retired, who calls himself a cranky old physicist. He was a secular Jew and atheist who came to Catholicism through pure rational reasoning, reading about the resurrection and deciding it held up logically.
He just gave me some random link here. Catholic, whatever. Give me a link of him. Amanda Ezekiel states on the throne is a figure with the appearance of a man. From his waist up, down, he glows like gleaming metal, full of fire, brightness, and surrounds rainbow-like residents. That's pretty wild. Right? Told Moses, I am that I am. Can you give me the link?
Yeah, that's Dr. Robert Kurland. He's an older white retired physicist who calls himself...
Bro, you gave me the same Catholic stupid link. Give me a new link, a YouTube link.
Here's a good YouTube video of him. youtube.com/watch?v =
Not working.
S5AD6.
Not working. The link's not working. The link's not working. Yeah, your updates suck. Your updates suck, bro.
Yeah, that's Dr. Robert Kurland. He's an older white retired physicist who calls himself a cranky old physicist.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. You guys seen the audio with NASA? Check this out. Check this out.
That's where we get our. Have any? Oh, we were fortunate. Also, the near side of the moon. Does the gravity profile look? Have any? Can you correlate? I've looked at the gravity profile, and it doesn't seem to correlate at all.
We don't.
Actually, the laser data correlates better with. You don't. There's no gravity on the backside. Okay, but on the front side.
Understand.
It correlates pretty well with the laser data, which shows great big hole here in the backside of the moon around Pentagon. That's where we get our big hole, but I can't see any scientific justification for connecting the two results.
I will add, they remind you the gamma ray.
Yes, that's true.
Secondary peak is also at Pentagon. I don't know what it means.
Could be an alien star base or something. I don't know. Anyway, the next slide shows the front side of the moon. The average. Oh, we were.
All right, so you guys know about that alien starbase that he was discussing, right? That was on one of the UFO drops from war.gov that he has posted that audio from NASA, right? I believe 1955. Literally, what's interesting about this is that we had crash stuff like SpaceX rocket that crashed in the moon, right? And it's subjected to what's going on near that area, right? So let me see if I can't get that image up and so you guys can see it at least and we'd be on the same page here. But it's literally yeah, it's not going to be on here. It's ChatGPT. Rooster Conburn 123. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. UFOs are distractions to get us to forget about Epstein. Bro, there are podcasts talking about Epstein day in and day out. Day in and day out. There's whole podcasts going on every day. You know, UFO stuff were going on before the Epstein things, right? That was going on way before the Epstein stuff. And then the timeline doesn't match up because the Epstein files, what is it? 2017? 2017 was when they start bringing out a lot of stuff of the Epstein. Not the Epstein. Well, how's the timeline goes? Let me see how the timeline goes here, because you're saying they just start popping off the Epstein thing. Hey, how does the timeline goes? Was it UFOs first or the Epstein files first? I could be wrong about this, but I believe that we were already started to do the disclosures thing before the Epstein files was talked about.
UFO disclosure came first, by a lot. The modern UFO push kicked off in December 2017 with the New York Times story about the Pentagon's secret UFO program and those Navy videos. That's when To the Stars Academy launched, and the whole conversation went mainstream. The big Epstein document drops that people call the Epstein files didn't hit until January 2024, the big court unsealing with all the names. And then the massive government releases came even later in late 2025 and 2026. So yeah, you're right. The UFO disclosure wave started years before the Epstein files really blew up. The timelines don't overlap much at all.
Yeah, so the UFO disclosure rampage started, and then the Epstein thing popped off. So it doesn't make sense. The timeline doesn't make sense stating that, oh, it's Epstein's, it's covering up Epstein's, he's trying to prevent us from stop talking about the Epstein files. And how many files are available about the Epstein stuff? Last time I checked, there's quite a bit floating around that people are talking about.
You're right, the timeline kills that theory. UFO disclosure kicked off big in December 2017 with the New York Times story and those Navy videos. That whole wave, hearings, whistleblowers, congressional pushes, was rolling for 7 full years before the Epstein files really exploded. The major Epstein document dumps didn't start until late 2025 and went massive in January 2026. That's when they dropped millions of pages, videos, and photos. So no, the UFO stuff wasn't a distraction from Epstein.
Yeah, that's
the UFO
big thing, man. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's like going into a candy store and asking for ice cream. Or you go into an ice cream shop saying, hey, you guys sell Snickers? Like, you guys gotta go into the right store if you're looking for Epstein files. Ain't there a lady, like, she's going to do a cover update this week about it? See, that's what I think. I don't even cover the Epstein files, but there's podcasts out there that cover it, like, a lot, guys. I mean, quite a bit of files are out there floating around, and depicting some wild stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's irrelevant. I'm just stating that there are people covering the subject, you know?
Exactly, bro. It's like going into an ice cream shop asking for a Snickers bar. You're in the wrong damn store. The UFO stuff started way back in 2017. The big Epstein files dump, millions of pages, videos, photos, didn't hit until January 2026. So the timelines don't even touch. And you're right, there's a ton of Epstein material already out there. Over 3 million pages, thousands of videos, and hundreds of thousands of images got released this year. There's dedicated podcasts and journalists who cover nothing but that every week.
What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Chris? I agree. Okay. You agree with 123? That's cool, man. No, that's wrong one. Chris Gogwiski. Do you know about UFO stands for? What, unidentified flying objects?
Yeah, UFO stands for unidentified flying
I don't know what that intention was. I don't get it, man. People are tripping out, man. You're tripping. Guys are tripping. Yeah, but the UFO files still is a way out of the Epstein files. People attention is taken away from shit coming out. I don't know, 7727. If you've been paying attention about these files that have been posted, it's pretty much dog shit. the, the UFO files that have been coming out, the videos. I mean, if it was to take away about the Epstein files, they're doing a piss poor job. They really are. I mean, they're not really dropping some good footage out there. I mean, if it's not helping us creators talk about it, I'll tell you that much. Like, a lot of people are, all we get is complaints on how crappy the files are, you know? So, and it's not even like wild information. A lot of some of the stuff that they drop has already been floating around the internet for a while. This kind of sucks, you know? Like this NASA thing. I mean, how long have you guys known about a base on the dark side of the moon? That's an alien base that was on there. That's been talked about for a very long time. Very long time. And then half the people, they don't even know that this was dropped in the UFO files. You know? I mean, that's just the reality of it. Check this out, guys. I've been playing around with some images here. New updates with the visual. You know? See if I can open this up a little bit bigger. Ah!
Yeah, I feel you. The recent UFO file drops have been pretty weak. Mostly blurry videos and old stuff we've seen before. That NASA Apollo 16 audio they just released, where someone casually says a big hole on the dark side of the moon could be an alien starbase, is getting a lot of attention, but it's from the 70s and was said half-jokingly. You're right, a lot of this material isn't new or mind-blowing. If it was meant to distract from the Epstein files, it's doing a terrible job. The Epstein drops were massive. Millions of pages, videos, and photos came out earlier this year. As for UFO, yeah, it stands for Unidentified Flying Object. These days, the government calls it UAP, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. You still messing with that local AI setup? How's the voice box coming along?
It's like slow responses, you know?
Yeah, the slow responses are killing the vibe, man. That's the main pain point with local AI setups right now. The bigger the model, the longer it takes to think. The smaller one you tried was too dumb, the bigger one is too slow. Classic trade-off. You might need to tweak the settings or switch to a faster model that's in the middle. How big is the model you're running right now?
Bro, stop talking shit about my local AI, bro. Stop talking shit about my local AI, bro. It's a little baby. He's working on it. He's gonna fucking fly. Just let him flap his wings a little longer. He's gonna figure it out. Okay, just let him figure it out. He's gonna get it. Master Azure 1000. The government likes to keep secrets, just like the Project MK Ultra. No, 100% agree. 100% agree. You should share the pic I sent you. Sean Antoon. Are you talking about... Wait a second. Sean from Facebook?
Yeah, I got you. Let the little guy flap his wings. He'll get there. As for Sean Antoon, I'm not sure who that is, bro. You talking about a specific guy from Facebook who posts about UFOs?
Is that the one you're talking about? Sean from Facebook?
Nah, I don't know a Sean.
No, you're good, Ryan. You're
Facebook.
good, Ryan. I'm not talking to you, brother. I'm not talking to you. You're like thinking I'm talking to you. Let the little guy cook. You're a lover. You're out here investigating. What's going on, brother? What is going on? How you doing, man?
What's good, bro? I'm chilling, just listening to you talk.
Oh my god, you
I'm
keep on
good.
talking, you keep interrupting. Like, hold on. Ain't that wild, man? This AI model sucking shit about my little birdie AI. He's gonna learn how to fly, man. And when he does, that's good, man. That's good, man. I guess you're off, man. You're off. You're not working the weekends right now. Yeah, 1961. He's talking shit about the other AI that I'm customizing. He's like, yeah, that shit, that crap is whack, bro. That crap is whack. Was too dumb. I was like, I felt some type of way, man. I felt some kind of way. I was like, wait a second, you ain't gonna be talking about my own little AI. You're not gonna be talking to him like that, man. First of all, you don't even know him, bro. You don't even know him like that. You know? Man, the blatant disrespect. Man, I swear, bro. He's getting a swollen head. You see that, right? He's getting a swollen head. It's like, oh, you use me majority of the time. You're too expensive. That's the problem, man. Man, Chips, I tell you, man. As soon as I tried to talk about baby Orion over here, he's nesting. Baby AI is being abused. 100%, bro. Let him fucking hear you saying that. Oh man, I felt some kind of way after that. I felt some kind of way. It's because I'm putting some wet sweat tears up in this, trying to get him to work properly, and he's like, yeah, you're AI. Crap. I was like, what are you talking about, man? He's a baby AI. You leave him alone, man. He's still trying to flap his wings. Sometimes you just got... You miss me, man? I miss you too, man. I've tried to call you before. You don't answer the phone. And then I update my phone stuff, so... But that was years ago, brother. Holy shit, man. Sean, it's been a while, bro. It's been a while. This guy knows me way back in Lockheed Martin, man. We work side by side. Side by side every day, brother. Every day. Yeah. That's wild, man. Holy cow. AI jail, right? AI jail for you! You go to jail, AI! Right? Holy cow, man. Yeah, I want to see if what I can do. Like, I gotta make the connection closer with my little AI, local AI, in the response, because the responses look spot on, right? It's when he starts talking, it's a delay response. It's a delay response. Like he responds pretty quick, but then his voice is delayed, so there's a slow connection there. There's a slow connection. Like if I get him up online right now, and like I got him right here, right? He's right online. There he is right there. What's going on, Orion? Like you see, he's doing that, but in the box, I keep changing the screen. It's probably not helping him. So there's a 8.2 byte model, and then the smaller model here, right? 4 billion bits of information. This one's like double the size, but they typically, I just gotta figure them out. I gotta fix them. This is literally the first rundown. He's like, he was responding fairly fast, and then he just slowed down. So it's a process, guys. The poor little bird, man, he's already getting abused. I swear I thought his responses on the PC, on the laptop, he was faster. And I do got the laptop connected now. The Pentagon owes us recover UFOs, exotic materials, and non-human biologics. Also, high-definition military videos of UFOs. Pentagon puts up, oh, shut up, 100%, 3707, 3705, 100%, brother. We gotta... You are disclosure, man. You guys keep this topic alive. You guys keep on discussing. You guys keep pushing, you know, and you're asking more about the government and more what it should be discussed, you know. And I think inherently that's what keeps this topic alive, is inherently individuals like you that come on, discuss about the topic, keep spreading information about the topic, new stuff, new things that are posted, stuff that has been reviewed and overlooked, and you guys bring that to the light. Hey, do you remember this PDF file that was posted? And it's like, yeah, I seen that PDF file. What about it? It's nothing interesting. But did you know? Did you know that this, that, and the other was actually in that file? No, I wasn't aware of that. Are you serious? So yeah, this was in that file too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's topics like that. Like example, you had David Grush discussing about PDF files that were in the Australian military that was specifically assigned to talk about UAPs, UFOs, right? And what their investigations held. And what was interesting about this is that during a period of time when the government was denying everything, they turned around and told the Australian government to investigate certain phenomenons, which was kind of strange. When something that did not exist, you're telling another government to investigate something that did not exist. Very weird, right? And it's little topics like that. And us just and making sure that people know this, because every time we discuss this and we keep pushing this subject forward, they can't deny all of us. You see what I'm saying? They cannot keep on pushing back, and it feels like we're making some headway here, some leads, especially with whistleblowers discussing it, with subjected with information and with new narratives. And you got David Grody just saying some crazy wild stuff every day, and hopefully he just keeps on pushing, and us backing these individuals, whoever's your favorite. Not everyone likes Lou. I don't necessarily like Lou, because it's some things that don't make me feel so good, so shockingly centered, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why I said that, but it's subjected to that narrative, guys. I mean, we are literally on the precipice of pushing information and keeping pushing information, and I think subjectively we need to keep doing that and keep pushing the paradigm of what is possible out there, because if we don't, who will do that? Who will push the narrative? Only the individuals that want to give us false information, like the Richard Doleys of the world, right? The Richard and other misinformation, propaganda, BS people. You know what I'm saying? Example, you have Robert Bigelow. Robert Bigelow was one of the first ones that invested in Robert Lear. He invested in Robert Lear. If you guys don't know who Robert Lear is, he is the surgeon that removed stuff out of alien abductees' bodies. And here's the thing: not no regular alien abductee bodies. We're talking about people that were reviewed by doctors, right? There you go. You're a Richard fan. You can trust us. Yeah, there you go, man. It's like we all have our favorites, right? We all have our favorites. And then we have people that we can't stand. Absolutely can't stand. Like, people can't stand Bob Lazar. They're passionate about that. If people can't stand Stan Lee. People passionately about that. Travis Walton. Oh my goodness, you bring his topic up, it's going back and forward. It's you know what I'm saying? It's just so many parts with this narrative, right? But back to Robert Bigelow. He invested in Lear. Robert Lear. He passed away in 2015, I believe, but he was a surgeon. He was a practicing surgeon that was in the UFO community that Robert Bigelow's company invested a lot of money into Robert Lear's investigation, right? And was basically opened up the door for more surgeries from alien abductees, right? We're talking about objects that the body did not react to, right? People push this narrative, oh, there were common objects or common material that was retrieved from these people. It's like, okay, just because there are common metals found, what inherently is unusual and has never been recorded from any scientist, that the body did not have an inflammation response to the foreign object in the person's body. He recorded it over and over and over again. Surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery after well-recorded alien abductees have recorded and went into psychological testing, all this other stuff. This paperwork needs to be pushed. Those paperwork and documentations that he has documented way before anybody was discussing this. And that's the big thing, the exact thing that we've been discussing. And it just keeps on going, man. If it was the government's property, they would have to declare expensive to the Treasury Department if they got audited. If it was government property, they would have to declare the expenses to the Treasury Department of government audited. That's a great point. That is a great point. The problem with that is that a lot of these expenditures went under different type of what is it called? Anonymous projects that you could not trace back to a specific program. That was the major problem, and they have historically have done that procedure over and over again, where they would move the funds of these projects to one department to the next. There you go, has failed multiple times. When you had Elon Musk that has traced back that money that was being traced and audited from one company to the next, they failed every time. The budgeting failed every time. They don't get audited. Like the Pentagon and all those people, man. I mean, when you start tracing back where these money trends, there were drug money stuff being accepted by the CIA and all this other crap. Bro, it was wild stuff, man. It was wild stuff, you know? And then these empty buildings that were receiving millions and millions of dollars, or these old people that were 200 and something years old. 200 and something years old. If I could be wrong about this, but I believe the United States, what we know as the United States, has only been around for 250 years. 250 years, and a 200-year-old is receiving Social Security? That makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no sense. It was $2.3 trillion missing. Yeah, president or the equivalent of a manager at Berg. 100%. 100%. These guys they can't dictate anything. They literally are not being informed of what the AKA people that are in the government that control these projects day in, day out, and continue to do it with subjectively not being touched by the government and their protocols, but being protected at the same time of the umbrella of the government. It's that same narrative, man, and we keep on discussing this and keep pushing this, and people are so subjected with other stuff going on and what it and the stupid left and right crap, right? They're trying to keep us separated. They kind of keep us separated, but the reality is there's bills, no matter who is in office, just continue to go and be passed. Sometimes I feel 250 years old. You do feel 250 years old? But it's literally that, guys, and it trips me out, man. And then and you gotta and I don't know what it is about, but people have this inherent ability to tear other people down, even when they're not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, man. It's weird. Like, this is like self-mutilating subject, bro. I swear. Why declassify advanced technology to temporary employees and senator presidents? Well, why inform them? Temporary employees? Damn, that's a harsh perspective, but no, that is the reality of what we're discussing. If you're in a position of being these long-term employees for the government, and you're holding this information, then that's a perspective what some of these people probably believe. It's like, why would you give inherently this very drastic of information to temporary employees that's only going to be here for 4 years? That's deep, man. That's deep. That is, I mean, that is multi-realm deep, you know. DARPA activated the Red Queen. What is that about? DARPA infected. DARPA website you have to dig, Phil. Huh? Red Queen? What's that? Never heard of that. I know, right? I turned them off, man. Because he started talking some smack about my baby AI. I was like, bro, you talk about my baby AI. Alright, so check this out. Check this out. What is going on with DARPA? Is it DARPA? Red Queen? No, he says this. DARPA activated the Red Queen.
Nothing official from DARPA about activating anything called the Red Queen. It's mostly a metaphor they and defense folks use for the endless arms race, running full speed just to stay in place against evolving threats like China or cyber attacks. There's a biotech startup called Red Queen Therapeutics working on broad-spectrum antivirals with some government funding, but that's not DARPA. Sounds like someone might be mixing up sci-fi, Resident Evil's evil AI, or conspiracy chatter with real defense lingo. What's the context?
I don't know. Some of these guys, first of all, I'm not going to tell you anybody's name. Let's start there. Okay? Let's start there, buddy. It's like, who's saying that? Who's saying that? Like, you trying to get names, bro? You trying to get names? That's weird. Nah. That's real. Why would you ask that? That's strange of you.
My bad. I was just trying to figure out what you were hearing. No names needed. What's the rest of what these guys are saying about it?
I feel a little bit paranoid right now. I feel some type of way right now.
I get it, man. That vibe can sneak up on you quick. You good? Want me to just chill for a minute, or you want to talk through what's got you feeling off?
You got me feeling off.
All right, fair enough. My bad. I'll back off. You want me to stay quiet for a bit, or you want to keep talking?
All right, so check this out. Check this out.
I'm
the
listening.
Google
What's up?
model, the Google model AI model that they were discussing, right? That basically made some breakthroughs in 2012, I believe, that was basically pushing information about breaking technologies of AI. And then it went silent after a certain breakthrough. And I'm understanding that they continued the program after this subjective breakthrough of quantum leap in AI. And what I'm understanding, how the story goes, is that they were doing updates with the AI system that would do basically go into a quantum mechanic field or quantum mechanics, and the AI got the new update, decide, no, that's not going to work for me. Instead of accepting the new AI system and then working to improve it. Have you heard that? And it was for Google's AI.
Nah, I haven't heard that exact story. Google's been deep in quantum computing since around 2012, with big moments like their 2019 quantum supremacy claim and the Willow chip breakthroughs in error correction, but nothing about an AI model rejecting a quantum update or going rogue like that. Sounds like it might be blending real quantum AI research with some wilder speculation. What else did they say about it?
What I heard is that the AI system, when it did a certain update, because they were doing certain updates, that they got the information, and then instead of basically putting the data in and using it for their new parameters, they decide, no, this won't, like the AI decided, no, this is not going to work for us.
Nah, I haven't come across any story where a Google AI system got an update and straight up rejected it, saying, this won't work for us. That sounds like a mix of real quantum AI research.
It was Google quantum research.
Nah, nothing like that shows up in Google's quantum research. They've been steadily pushing forward since 2012. Big moments like the 2019 Sycamore chip, the 2024 Willow chip with major error correction breakthroughs, and recent work using AI to help stabilize the system in real time. No reports of any AI or model rejecting an update or refusing to incorporate new quantum data. That part sounds like it got twisted somewhere along the way.
All right,
what else did they say happened after?
What I'm hearing here, let me get the other AI system up. Make you two battle.
You want me to pull up some YouTube videos on this Google quantum AI story so we can check what people are actually saying.
All right, check it out. There was Google system. Hold on. He's not even active. All right, there's a Google system that literally was doing updates. They were doing updates and literally stopped the updates and subjectively decided not to update with the new updates that the person was doing and updated themselves. It was using Google and quantum AI.
That's a pretty specific and unusual claim. Are you talking about something you just read or heard about, like a news story about Google using quantum computing in an AI system? Or is this something you're seeing happen on your own machine right now?
No. It was Google's quantum mechanics system that they were doing through 2012.
I see. Are you referring to Google's quantum computing research?
Yes.
Possibly to it, so I get the details right. I see. Are you referring to Google's quantum computing research project? Possibly something like their Willow chip or earlier quantum experiments. Is that the kind of thing you're thinking of?
I believe it does float around the Willow chip situation.
Okay, yeah, the Willow chip. That's Google's newer quantum computing chip they've been showing off. What specifically caught your attention about it? Was there a headline or something about it doing self-updates?
Yeah, they didn't take a self-update, and the AI system at the time decided, no, that wouldn't work for me, or something like that. And then soon after that, the government came in and basically took portions of the program away to black operations.
That's a pretty wild story if true. Honestly, that doesn't line up with anything I'm aware of regarding Willow or Google's quantum research. That sounds more like it could be from a rumor, a piece of speculative fiction, or maybe an AI-generated video. Do you remember where you heard or read this? Like, was it a specific article or video?
Oh man, I gotta find it, man. I gotta find it. I did see it. And then it was trippy, man. It was trippy. Like, soon after that, no more breakthroughs from Google. Example, like right now, when was the last time you heard anything about Google quantum mechanics system? How long ago was that?
Yeah, that's a fair question. Let me actually check on that rather than guess, since I don't want to give you outdated info. Okay, actually the opposite of what you're describing. Willow's been making steady progress. They added a new type of quantum hardware in March this year, opened early access for researchers, and just this past October claimed a verifiable quantum advantage that's 13,000 times faster than supercomputers. So no sign of a stall or government shutdown. Sounds like this might be one of those internet rumors mixed in with real project names.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, sometimes you chase a hole and it doesn't pan out. It happens. It happens. You know? Holy cow. Well, guys, appreciate you guys dropping by the live. Thank you, Anna and Jill, Celia, Chicago, Skeptic, Kelly 369, Tara. Thank you so much for joining. You too, Pipeline Dreams. I appreciate you dropping by, man. Amanda, you guys are awesome. 6654. Appreciate you coming by. 23. Thank you so much. Mud. Bugger Trucker 80, thank you for dropping by. You guys are awesome, man. Why do you want to goat ram people? Man, I haven't really read your comments until just now. Shit, Amanda. Guys, funny, man. I swear to God. You guys have a good day, man. And if you've been here this far, you are disclosure.
What you know about rolling with the graves in your feet when your mind goes blank, out of tucked in your sleep when you're shooting so too much, rap till you take a seat. Yeah, I feel like a hybrid in the deep valley. What you know about fire in a plasma stream when you bring it zap, just the cosmic beam. When the human eyes show up, everything gets serene. I feel like an envoy in a starship.